Hello and welcome to Blocktalk. This is a podcast all about Roblox and Roblox things. This is Blocktalk number 2. You guys liked number 1 enough, so we're back. My name is Josh. I'm here again with Luke, Corey, and Maxxz. Hi guys.
What's up?
Hey.
Wait. My username is Defaultio. What's that?
Did you say my name? I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
Okay. He's waving at a fly, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bug in the room currently.
Come on, Corey. All right. What's your usernames?
You want to start, Luke?
All right. I'm Stickmasterluke.
I'm Nexx.
I'm Maxxz.
Yeah, gotta add that accent there.
And again, these guys are in California at the Roblox HQ, and I'm in Maryland and we're Skyping, and that's the deal. So today on the show, we're going to start out talking about some new games that we're excited about. You want to start with Rollervolt's beta release?
Oh, yeah, it's out now.
Yep. It's good.
It's good. That's Corey's.
Well,
contribution.
it's different from the first time I played it, right? Because when I was playing it, it was like with 2 people at most, because I was just testing it and like, I don't know, super alpha.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was before.
Super alpha.
But like now I can actually play it with like 4 or 5 or 6 people, and it's a lot more exciting. It's a lot different than the first time I tried it.
And they're releasing a lot of updates really fast with it. They added the join a friend thing pretty quickly, and then they added that ELO rating system. So you can,
I saw that.
Yeah. Sadly, they don't have matchmatching set up for it yet. So
That's
you don't
all right,
actually match
but you can
with,
still see what your
equal
skill
levels.
is.
Yeah, so you have a skill level you can see, which is really cool. So
Now I use
So
the follow a friend. I used that once.
Is it paid access? You can't tell once you've
I
already
think it was
bought
25
so I don't know.
Robux.
it's actually 100 Robux right now.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Netflix also is 25.
Okay.
It's one of those things where I think it deserves to be on YouTube because it definitely deserves the attention.
Yeah.
The only problem is if we put it online, put it on the air right now, people are not going to want to pay 100 Robux.
Right.
You're going to be like, what? It's 100 Robux?
Right.
So you got to wait till the price drops at least probably to 25.
But what is worth 100
But it's
Robux,
still a good
Max?
game. If you're interested in a good game, $1 is nothing.
No, it's worth it. Of
Absolutely.
course it's worth
Is 100
it, but
Robux $1?
Not everybody.
Yeah.
but see,
yes.
Okay.
Not everybody recognizes that it's worth it, like the
Yeah.
general populace.
Yeah.
It's like a 99 cents app.
I mean, I remember I used to just I used to browse the internet and just look for free games. Like just.
Well,
I think that's what brought me to
also,
Roblox.
money is a much bigger deal the younger you are.
Yeah.
So
True.
it's harder. So it's got 26 players right now at 100 Robux. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
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 I think currently, and I think they understand this, right now there isn't something to keep player retention right now. Because it does have that very arcadey gameplay feel where you can play maybe 1 or 2 games and you're done.
Yeah.
You're not going to be in it for a really long time. And that's how you kind of get it onto the front page, is having people on it all the time. So
Like you were saying last week, it feels more, or not last week, last time, it feels more like a mini game than a full game you would spend hours in.
It'll be more interesting to see when they add new maps and see what kind of interesting things they can put in there to make it more interesting.
But again,
like
that's
the
not
ice patch and whatnot.
That's not the scalability problem. They have a real scalability problem where there's nothing long term for the game. So I think once they have maybe competitive, once they do something like that can scale into something long term that people are engaged with. But new content is just a small it adds an extra 5 minutes or something.
Right.
yeah.
I guess you could say that about any game. You can add new content to any game.
What do you mean by competitive for scalability?
Well, if they added the ELO or MMR, what was it?
Yeah, so an ELO rating, which for people that are listening and don't know what that is, it's kind of like what chess uses for knowing your skill level against things. It's a really simple
It was made
way.
for chess.
Yeah, it originally came from
Yeah.
chess. And it's a way to match people at similar rankings. So that means that they're at a same skill. It's like an algorithm pretty much.
Yeah, it's an algorithm, and it's used for you get more points if you defeat an opponent at something who is higher skill level, or you don't get as much if you beat someone who's a lower skill level.
Yeah. And right now they have that system in place. They just don't have matchmaking with that right now. So you can still gain skill points and lose them, but you don't actually get matched with similar ranked people. You can get matched with super low skill level people, even though you're super highly skilled at the moment.
I was just playing it today and I didn't notice that. Are the skill level, is that actual points? Is that different from the coins that you get?
I don't
used
think
to
they
buy
made it
stuff.
I saw a
obvious.
screenshot. I haven't actually seen it in game, but it should be
Okay.
labeled MMR.
Yeah, it's not obvious right now. When you win a round, it's at the top of the winning screen, I guess, and it shows either like negative or plus some points, and then it adds up. You know, when you earn your coins as well, it does it there too. But yeah, it doesn't really say what it is. Like you look like it, and you're like, oh, 1,000 points. Like, how did I get 1,000 points from that round? Like, you don't really know what that is.
Where do I
They didn't-
spend these?
Yeah, yeah. So, and right now, everyone's probably going to be around like that area because they just started using it. But you'll start seeing people at like 800 and like
Okay.
1,200 and stuff like that.
The cool thing about strategy is when it first comes out, that's your opportunity to get to know what the best strategies are and what not. And when the game comes out, you're already 3 steps ahead.
I could see it being pretty competitive if they did add like a ranked system, like more of it.
I can see it being on Twitch on our channel, at least on some kind of live challenge or something like
Yeah,
that, because
like-
it has a great
Totally.
camera.
Yeah, it's not like luck based; it's definitely like skill based. Like so,
Of course.
It's very hard though.
It is very hard.
yeah.
Do you guys think that will be a barrier to entry for a lot of people to get them started playing?
I don't think so. I think it's like really quick and easy to pick up. Like it's got a really high skill cap, but also a really high floor. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
It's really low floor.
It's
Yeah, no,
easy
really
to pick
high.
up but hard to master.
really high floor.
Yeah.
Which is like what everyone says for anything that's like competitive. That's a really popular competitive game. Like you could say that about like
You wanna
Overwatch or
say-
something.
No, it is true for Overwatch, but it's not true for like CS:GO. You can jump
Okay.
in CS:GO and you'll still get wrecked.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
So that's a low floor.
I'm terrible at CS:GO, but like something like Rocket League, which is where I've heard that before.
Yeah.
The easy to pick up but hard to master. Like you
Yeah.
can get in there and still like have fun
Yeah.
with like your friends, but there will be like you could definitely see like a competitive scene in it.
Yes.
I remember my fingertips got sore because I was jamming down on the keyboard.
Yeah, the harder you
hard.
press it, the faster you go. You know
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, your keyboard has like pressure sensors. You know.
But it was one of those things where the concept is so simple that if you win, you feel awesome, but if you lose, you're like, how did I lose that?
Then you gotta jump in another one, redeem
Right.
yourself.
And I'm not gonna lie, now that they did add the that ranking system, like the ELO rating, like I actually feel like because I was playing the other day and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play. You know how there's 3 rounds. I was just gonna play 1 round and be done. But then I'm like, well, if I just leave, do I like lose like points in my ELO rating? I gotta finish this. I gotta win. Like I feel like I actually had to like,
Right.
I have to do well now. Like
You were hooked.
yeah.
So that's what they need is more incentive to get into that.
Yeah, and I think that will help a lot. I think right now it's like not obvious what it is. It's just like points to like random users.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what it really is. So I think that they made an obvious way to like tell users what that is. It
Yeah,
would
it just needs
definitely-
labeling, description.
It would help retention a lot for sure.
But if they added matchmaking, then that would be
Oh
like the use for that.
yeah, that too. Like a ranked
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Some people were talking about how they should add betting. So when you're,
Oh my God.
yeah, well, yeah, people here were talking about it, like
Yeah.
the staff. They're like, yeah, man, like I really want to do something when I've like lost all my lives. You know, it would be really cool if we could like bet those
Double or nothing.
What are they called? Crescents. The credits are like called
Yeah,
crescents,
crescents.
I think.
That's cool.
Yeah, can we bet crescents to who we think who's gonna win at the end or something? And then like it just have like a fun little like side game that you can do, so you know you stay in the game and like want to see if you're winning.
That's what sword fighting tournament did, right?
Yeah.
It did.
It's
Yeah.
and it's a good way for the guys to make money, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'm worried that the amount of effort they put into this, they're not gonna like see much return in that.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like it makes the whole thing a little bit more messier. And I think what they have going for the game is really good, strong simplicity.
yeah,
Like you understand a lot of what everything is intuitively
yeah.
already.
I just like they put a lot of effort into it. I'm sure they're hoping for like a similar return in that investment of time they put into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like money wise. And I feel like right now it's not monetized very super well.
I didn't notice any monetization when I was playing it.
Yeah, and
You
like
can buy.
I'm worried
you can
they're
buy,
gonna, like, not
coins
see much.
and buy balls and things.
yeah, right now you can buy balls. I think they're gonna eventually add more stuff like customize your character to like
Right.
new characters and your little knots or whatever they're called.
I'm not even sure what those people are supposed to
They're
look
supposed
They
to be
look
like
like
space.
Bomberman.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like spacemen because they're like roller knots. It's supposed to be like they're rolling
Knot.
on balls and they're astronauts. That's why the menu's in space.
Oh, wow. Huge epiphany. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, the main menu's in a space area or whatever.
I knew that, and I was like,
planet.
oh, cool. I guess Numoji game, I guess they like space. I never made that connection. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I made it straight away either. And I was like,
Gamer
why is the menu in space? And I was like, oh, they're astronauts. That's what they are.
Okay, yeah. I looked up, I actually Googled rollernauts because I thought it was some mysterious word like coalesce, like that has this, that nobody ever uses, that has some weird meaning.
Yeah.
But I only got the game from Roblox. But that's cool, though.
That's how you get a good name.
That's
when
fun
you make some up or combine two words and it's like really specifically unique to your game. You Google it and it's like your game.
Yep.
So they scored there.
Yeah, I just Googled it and it's all the Roblox game, which is excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're coming out for Xbox One.
Yeah, they already have controller support for the game. I don't know if the menu has controller support. I think that's what they're waiting on.
Oh.
That or it's just still buggy? I don't know.
We actually played it last Monday, or Jack played it on the stream, on the Twitch stream. He just sort of the off the cuff type thing. So that was cool.
I think it works for mobile already. Maybe it does.
It's also a great game.
I tried it on
stream.
mobile before I tried it on PC, and it mostly works. The thumbstick was covered up by the chat, but otherwise it was.
Oh yeah, I think they fixed that already. But yeah, someone reported that to them like straight away. It was like, yeah, I can't play because the chat's in the way.
Yeah, I tweeted at them. I don't know if I was the first, but
that's really cool that
fix it.
I could see doing well as a mobile game too.
It's very simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially when they go like free to play eventually, which I don't think they're planning to be in paid access for too long. Like the game's there. Like they did a really good system where they pretty much made it complete, other than like bugs and like content, and then they released it for paid access instead of like people that release games for paid access that are like half
super
done.
hyped and then they drop it and
Yeah,
it's
and
got
they
like
never
5
do
bugs.
it. Yeah, and they
Or
never
do
like
it.
complete it. Yeah, they like half do it, get like release it for paid access, and then just never work on it again. So they did it really well, I think.
So another one coming up in the charts was Volt.
Yeah,
Bolt.
that they just released a huge game update today.
They did
Today?
I didn't even
Yeah.
check it
Oh,
out.
game modes.
Yeah, they somehow added like 5 different game modes in like a
What?
week.
I gotta check that out.
It's
Yeah.
it's a whole new game, really.
Yeah, really, it's like not even the same game anymore.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I
Check
just.
it.
Have you replayed it, Corey? I
Yeah.
just replayed it today since that update.
Yeah, same. I just played it today as well. If you want to talk.
So they added. We'll try to think of all the game modes. So the old game mode still exists, right?
Yes.
Where you drive around, kill each other, last person standing wins, or
Yes.
it times out.
Yeah.
They also added similar to that, but you can respawn, and then the person with the most kills at the end of the round wins instead of last
Yeah.
standing.
So survival,
Yeah.
they actually.
Survival is new.
Yeah, it's in a sense it's new. When they first released, it was last man standing, but then they saw that like people want to just keep playing. So like a couple days after they released it, they turned it
Respawning.
just into survival. Yeah.
Okay, then
And
what do
then
you mean survival? Is that
it's the
deathmatch?
respawning thing.
Okay.
That's what they called it. They
It's
called
weird
it.
how they call it survival.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
And then yeah, with this
There's-
update, they brought back both of the game modes with other ones.
And there's also ring control, where one person has a ring, and if they die, they drop the ring, you pick it up, and whoever has the ring
cool.
for the longest
Yeah.
amount of time
Super
wins.
easy. I like wreck at that game mode. Like no one can stop me.
Tell me if I'm whining, but something that really upset me is when Volt came out and it's not available on mobile.
Is it not?
It's not, and I get it because it's such a juicy game with a lot of graphics and everything, which is wonderful. But if it's not on mobile, you're cutting out 50% of the market right there.
Yeah, it's the problem that I had when I played it was really, really hard. It's really skill based, like super skill based, and very Twitch actiony. Very I don't know. And for that kind of gameplay, I wouldn't imagine a mobile experience would be good for it. For mobile experience, you can get some like precision, but that game is like 100% precision. So I don't know if I would have a hard time playing that or not. And I understand if they didn't go for that market.
Do they not have it on mobile right now? I guess not.
The UI looks really nice, like it would fit for mobile.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
it being hard to put on mobile if they wanted to, right? Because
Yeah.
it'd just be like using a
Directions.
thumbstick to move around.
That's true. That's true.
But I mean, I definitely see your reasoning behind it because the game, like,
But I wouldn't bar it. Yeah, I wouldn't bar it from if it's like 95% of the way to another platform. You might as well go that extra 5%, even if it's not as 100% enjoyable as on a PC, I think.
Yeah. They should do Xbox too, honestly.
For sure.
That'd be a lot of fun
For
on
sure.
Xbox. But
Are they not?
So what were the other? They might. I don't know.
The other game modes. So there's that one, and then there's also, I think the most interesting one is the snake one, where you go around, you collect orbs, and those make your path longer, and you knock people out with your paths, and I think you can respawn in that one as well.
Yeah, you can. When you die, you lose like how long your snake thing.
Yeah.
And it resets to like the normal length, or like it's not
really
even like the
short.
normal length.
It
It's like
starts
this
out
like
super short.
Yeah.
Do you know if it's still paid access?
I'm pretty sure it is. Was it? Wait.
Is that the one that's 25 $5?
25.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
sure it is.
that was it.
Now, see, I can put that up next week, and it'll probably be fine.
That one has a lot of people playing it, though, I think. Let's see.
At one point, I saw like 1,000 people in it, but since then, it's been kind of in the hundreds.
What about the release of the update?
I haven't really looked. Even though I was playing it earlier, I did not look at like how many people are in it.
It's got 179 people playing it right now.
Not
so
bad.
for paid access, that seems pretty good.
For paid access, for sure.
I think they're having this similar problem with retention.
Yeah.
With this update, I feel like it helped. Now that there's game modes, like there's multiple game modes, but for some reason it seems like either that no one has seen the new updates, or that it's something else with retention still not
Again,
working.
I think they're going to run into the problem where this is like linear content. Adding content to a game is linear progression for your game. It's not like this exponential where users can get trapped in your game and have a lot of fun for a long period of time, like 6 months.
Also, the game's really hard.
Yeah, the game is extremely difficult.
Like people die instantly. I remember when I first started playing.
Yeah.
I just die instantly.
Died.
I found out that you shouldn't be holding down the like W button the whole time.
For
Going
me,
as full speed as
I was
possible.
like intent on learning while still holding W the entire time. And
I gotta slow down every now and then.
A really good strategy is to go zigzag, so go all the way to the left on the wall, and then go all the way to the right. So anybody who's behind you, they're screwed.
They're nowhere to go.
Right, exactly.
That's the strategy.
And what was the last
That's
one?
my risky strat.
The last what?
Last game mode.
Oh, I have no idea. Is there another one?
Yeah. There's 5. You named 4 of them. I remember the last one being my favorite, and I can't remember what it was now.
I don't know. Snake sounds pretty fun. Ring one sounds pretty fun.
What was the last one?
I like the ring one.
Yeah, ring one was too easy, I found. Because, like, everyone just smashes into walls. And, like, actually the best strategy for the ring one is to not hold down the W button.
Yeah.
Just slowly, like, drive around. Because
And the ring one, it seemed
everything.
like once you had the ring, it was really easy to keep. If you just know how to not run into walls and be defensive.
What would you think if there was one where the trails never disappeared? So
that's the one. That's the last game mode. Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, maybe I haven't
Trails
played
don't
that.
disappear.
That's the one.
Man, they owe me a royalty now.
Nice. Yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
Cool.
That one always goes really. Or actually, no, I can't say that because I only played it once. But the one time I did play it, the round was like 30 seconds.
It sounds like it'd be super short.
Yeah.
Chaos.
That sounds
pretty
nice.
much.
I wish they did have that kind of little bit of more shorter, like really short rounds.
Survival's pretty... Oh, not survival.
The one
Last Man Standing one.
Yeah.
That one is super short.
Yeah, no, but like
everyone just kills themselves.
If they could like machine gun through those, so you get like 5 rounds done in like 5 minutes, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think the major issue was before though, like people just want to keep playing, like riding around because that's the fun part.
That's
and
true.
Rounds ending and then sitting in the lobby again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like
annoying.
machine gun them, so don't have the lobby for a while or something like that. Where like if you just had really quick rounds, where like I lost, and you wait 10 seconds for the rest of the round to be over, and then you start again.
Did we talk about last time that lobby is very much a Roblox phenomenon?
Yeah, we
Like-
did mention that a bit.
Lobbies
That's
only
interesting.
exist in Roblox versus
It's
any
pretty
other
interesting.
platform.
It's pretty
Oh
interesting.
yeah, that too.
I mean, it kind of leads to our, like, you see a lot of, like, 3D menus or menus that you walk around through, and those are interesting. And it sounds like a really good concept, and it seems to be working great on Roblox, but there aren't other, like, AAA title games that do this, as far as I know.
I mean, I think there's something charming about it. I mean, you go in, it's like going to the gate at the airport, and this is a really bad example, but hey, but you get there and it's like, oh yeah, I get to go on the airplane. And you see the
Roblox is like an
countdown and
airport.
everything.
Oh god,
Yeah,
so the worst thing in the world.
Airport terminal, great.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a game where the entire place was just a mall.
Yeah.
And it's just a list of titles, and people would pay to have teleports to their game.
Wow.
The only thing is they wouldn't be able to get back
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
unless I paid them to put a teleport back, which
Yeah.
they're not going to do that because
Yeah.
they're like, no, you're not going to hijack my game.
Yeah. Take all my people.
You're not even a game developer. Get out of here.
I think the reason we have lobbies is originally, before we had GUIs, it was basically how you did a menu, was just placing them in the lobby.
Yeah, that, and that, not even that, it's also, it's way easier, because you already have spawning,
that's what I was gonna say,
auto-spawning. Just spawn them in this box. When the game starts,
And you're
have
good to
the
go.
box.
Yeah.
It's
So,
because Roblox is so character-based. It's already so
Yep.
easy to have characters by default. It's easier to have characters than not to have characters, and that would be
And that's
unheard of
definitely
in
the
a
reason.
AAA
Yep.
context.
Yep.
It's definitely a reason why we do lobbies and no one else does.
Yeah.
So you've got to do something with the characters, or just put them in the menu, but nobody would want that.
Yeah.
Have you guys
So just
heard
lock them in a GUI.
of Fable 3?
Yeah.
I heard that one has a 3D menu, and then it's actually super painful just going back and forth, walking around between things.
I can't remember. I just remember it being a bad game.
Oh.
No, actually, I kind of enjoyed it, but it got
Yeah.
bad ratings. But also, Volt added a mini game in the lobby. Did you see it, Josh?
Oh yeah, I did. That was cute.
Yeah. So
Baby game.
They called it. They
Yeah.
called it.
Is
They
like
called it
2D
2D
Tron?
Vault.
pretty much, it's 2D Snake. It's a snake.
Yeah,
It's
Snake,
right.
Snake.
Tron,
It's just
right?
Snake.
Snake and
But
Tron are
it
kinda-
has leaderboards, which is cool. It's just a fun mini game.
Yeah, it's just something to do. They have like little arcade machines
What
you
happens
walk up
if you're
to.
playing it while a round starts?
I don't know. I didn't try that.
You lose.
Yeah.
GG.
And they have like their own leaderboards for that too. I think they're global. So
Yeah.
like little global leaderboards for the 2D. I was like, dang, how did they do
Inception.
this in like a week? They just like put all this
Yeah.
together. And they added like a new Game Pass, which is way more expensive than the rest. Was that Platinum membership? Which
What are those? I saw those, but it did not explain what they were.
So yeah, they need to explain it in game, but the gold, the premium membership just gives you like so many like bits, their in-game currency, and then it allows you to buy specific like aesthetics for you. Like you don't get them for free; you still have to buy them. But like
you're
you have
unlocked.
to,
You're allowed to.
they're
You're allowed to
unlocked.
buy them.
Yeah, you're allowed to buy them. Same thing for Platinum. Platinum is also another thing that allows you to get even cooler stuff in the store that unlocks, and they give you so much currency, and you get like a cool hoverboard or something. So both premium and Platinum give you a hoverboard, but apparently the Platinum one gives you a cooler hoverboard
Hoverboard, like as one of your vehicles or in the lobby?
in the lobby, so you
Okay.
can ride around in it. I have the
It's not
premium
much space
membership.
in the lobby.
Yeah. I have the premium membership, so I get this like little hoverboard, and it's like you just kind of can ride
You're
around
just
a
the
little
coolest
bit.
person.
Yeah.
Are you forced to ride the hoverboard? Is it glued
No,
to
you
your
can
feet?
turn it on and off. So,
Oh, okay.
and then I
Nice.
can't remember the other two were. They're not like membership type things. They're like one's like a donation, isn't it? Just like donate to the devs or something.
I don't know.
I can't remember. But yeah, those are the monetization things they have in there. And then of course you can buy bits directly. So
And they also have trail colors and designs and things.
yeah.
It
They're
seems decently
so expensive. I can't buy anything.
All right. You want to move on? Treehouse Tycoon, which we talked about last time, had a name change.
What
which
are
is
they?
Interesting.
The name change was Treelands. Next topic. No.
Not,
Yeah, no, I know. Max
so-
has to.
It makes me so mad because
Yeah.
if you have Tycoon in the title of your game, more people will play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they changed it to Treelands, I automatically think Tradelands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's-
Treeland. Okay, Treehouse Tycoon. You know exactly what it is when you're getting into it. You know it's a treehouse. You know it's a tycoon. Treelands. What is that? I'm ranting.
Fourth?
I guess. I guess so.
No, I completely agree with you. I didn't think about it until you brought it up though. But now that you bring it up, like it does completely make sense. Like those titles win with bad games because of the title.
Right.
And so they had the title and they had the good game to follow up, and then they changed the title.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Well,
a
do you
reason.
think they're trying to disassociate themselves from that genre of game?
I mean,
they don't want to be.
That's what it sounds like.
Associated with-
That's what I imagine they're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's really worth it because no one.
It's going to hurt them.
There's not. Yeah, it's definitely hurting them, but it's also. I don't think they actually need to dissociate themselves from them. Like, it's not just because you're Tycoon doesn't mean it shouldn't be a bad connotation.
Right.
Yeah.
I had the same question when I was working on Lumber Tycoon.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I was going to name it.
Well, there's a reason Roblox Tycoon was number 1 the other day, and Dan, the Diamond Minecart Tycoon, was number 1. Tycoon works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because those are the most popular games on Roblox.
Treelands. That doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, does anybody know why they changed it?
I mean, none of us know exactly, I'm sure, but like I'm assuming it is
something to do with that. I mean,
maybe
I can understand why they
I think it's what Josh would say, like trying to dissociate themselves from Tycoon.
Because to be fair, when you hear Tycoon, you're thinking the button pressing.
But that's not how you solve that. You make a good Tycoon.
Yeah, exactly. Retail Tycoon left the name as Retail Tycoon, and that's not like a step on a button. And
like Tycoon shouldn't be. It shouldn't have a bad connotation. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
But
yeah. What else? What else we got?
All right. Physics constraints have been released. Very exciting update. Springs, ropes. We can make all kinds of wonderful things now with physics. Very exciting.
I love Twitter. There's so many funny GIFs, so many really cool GIFs of just things and creative. Like, it's cool because it's like physical objects that people are making instead of just like scripts that are pretty. It's like, I can see how this works. It's a mechanical thing in Roblox, and it's physically simulated, and it's like scooting its butt across the ground or doing something funny. Or something cool, and I don't know. All the vehicles.
Gone are the days when you would have a train on the train tracks in Roblox, and then it would start twitching out and start flying through the sky. Man, I miss that. But I think it's great that they're making so much progress.
Yeah, I've messed around with the constraints a little bit. I made like a grapple hook thing, which I think everyone did not recently, but like when they let kind of like developers mess around with it. I made like a grapple hook, which I'm sure everyone did, and then I also made a Spider-Man like.
I was going to say, like, that's the next step from like grappling hook is Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I had it so it like would detect the closest like building and corner and stuff, and it would like hook on, and you'd like swing around.
Do you hit buildings?
It could detect the buildings.
No, do you hit buildings?
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
It
didn't work really well, but it was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, some Spider-Man. If Spider-Man had rope for his like web instead. But yeah, it was really cool. This stuff comes with
so many suspension vehicles I've seen.
Yeah, that too. That's
I
like
was just about to say that. I saw that,
too.
and I played one, and it had the rack and pinion steering, and it had the suspension and everything, and I was so happy, man. I've been waiting so long for that. It's going to be so cool to see what people do with that.
Yeah. And I lost my train of thought.
I saw somebody make a ragdoll.
Oh yeah.
No,
I played that. Sharksy.
Wasn't technically a ragdoll simulator though. You just dropped a version of.
You just dropped a version, but that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
You dropped a ragdoll.
I guess
people have been doing like the ragdoll stuff too. So that's like pretty much those three things are like the first things.
What was cool about it? He did it with the R15 though.
Yeah.
So that was pretty neat. Just seeing a floppy R15.
I'm working on a game, and I have a ragdoll system using the new constraints as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Which actually I had Quincy write for me because at the time I had no idea how like constraints really worked. So I was like, Quincy, write this ragdoll script for me. So he did it, and you can like ragdoll and then like be unragdolled straight away.
Really?
Yeah, it's super awesome. So I'm going to be using it for my game.
That's rad.
Yeah.
It's funny. I helped Urist McSparks record some of the studio.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Some of the studio tutorials on constraints. So I guess I have to go back and watch them and learn how to use it properly. Because I went into studio and I saw the constraints. I just didn't know how to use them though.
I just haven't had time to mess around with them myself.
Yeah, they're looking cool.
We're such great players. So loyal.
Too busy working on games.
Yep,
busy. That's the whole reason you should be looking at that stuff, right?
I still like to mainly program, even physics. But I just haven't run into a situation.
Right?
No, I haven't run into a situation where I need them yet. They're obviously going to be super useful for tons of things. You just
gotta.
It's only been like
yeah.
It hasn't been very long.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We can see Josh for the first time, unlike the last podcast, so we can like stare at his beautiful face.
His magnificent beard.
What beard?
What?
Oh, that's not a beard. That's a shadow.
I'm looking at the changelog thread on the developers forum. Shift dragging with the scale tool does uniform scale.
Oh, I saw that.
Control dragging scales from the center.
Again, thanks
Very
to Twitter,
cool.
I saw tons of GIFs of people holding shift, and you can scale, like, so you have your box, you scale it to the opposite side that you're dragging from.
Yep.
And so it's really nice for uniformly scaling things, but it bothered me so much when it came out, because I'm used to holding shift to slow my camera down when you move. And so I'd continue holding it while resizing stuff, and then resize the entire part down. And so that was screwing with me a bit. But other than that, like it's only more functionality.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome finally to have like some type of scale tool now.
Yeah.
In Studio.
Yes, there is.
Max, like, what are you guys talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I know exactly what you're
I mean,
talking
yeah,
about.
okay, yeah, there's not much more to talk about. Something scales something now. Woo!
Another thing, I saw Quincy worked on this. Clicking on a stack trace in the output window opens the script in line.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Ooh. I haven't got to do that yet.
What? I don't know what that is.
Stack trace. So when you get an error, you get to follow it.
Oh, we didn't have that in Studio already? Oh my god.
Well,
I
it'll
just realized
print out.
that. Yeah, in the output, right?
Yeah.
Or no, it wouldn't be in the output.
Yeah.
It's like in its own little like results thing or what?
It's an output.
Oh, it's in output?
Yeah, in the
You can click-
output.
You can click in the output window?
In the output, when a script throws an error, it'll give you a stack trace of where the error happens and what functions we're calling it when it happens.
I thought we had
A stack trace of all of
did.
that.
You can
And
click on it now.
okay.
It used to be like manual to show you where the script was in the
line
Explorer
number, yeah.
hierarchy. But now you can just click on it and open the script, and you're at the line of code.
So we're one step closer to Visual Studio. I mean, I'm sure like the start of Roblox Studio kind of based their
I mean, yeah, it's a studio environment
yeah
where you're
based their
programming
studio
and building.
environment off of Visual Studio, especially since they use like
They're all studio environments. Like they're environments where you're programming and working on.
yeah,
stuff,
I know,
right?
but like literally isn't like Roblox Studio isn't Qt like C# or something? No, wait, never mind. I'm gonna get too in depth with what that is. Anyway,
Don't look at me.
but yeah, that's cool.
All right. We had this other topic we wanted to talk about. How the question was, what changes to the Roblox landscape would need to happen in order to facilitate the development of more super AAA quality games like Rollervolt is a really good one, Treehouse Tycoon. You could take that as Roblox updates to the platform, but I'm thinking also other things in the culture in general, like developer relations. Do we need different kinds of developers on the platforms, or how about expansion of the public domain? Does that need to be improved or better? That's a really big topic, and we're already like half an hour in. Do you guys want to save that for next time?
No, I mean we can talk about it.
How about we
go
just talk
now?
about it for a little bit, and then if we want to, we can
We'll see how long it
continue
goes. I do have. Yeah,
We can-
I'm fine.
we can continue it in the next one if we want to, depending.
Yeah, sure. So do you guys have any thoughts to start out? I can
Well,
start this
first off, I
conversation.
like that you brought up developers and like what kinds of people are like build a community, and if we want a community. What I want to say was like I think a community is as strong as it is diverse. So like the more diverse our community is, the more games we're going to have, the more different creative ideas are going to be spreading around, and we'll get different kinds of games, and among those, different levels of quality and different, I don't know. As long as there's like a range for people to choose from, that in itself is kind of a equality, even though it's not.
So do you think
that makes
we're
sense?
gonna get? Do you think we're gonna get more diversity in our developers? Do you think we're gonna start getting more than just high school and college students start to push up into like full on?
Well,
An age range.
Roblox, I read this in an article. Roblox is a gateway.
Yeah.
to the game.
It's a gateway drug.
Right. To the
No, it is.
gaming
Yeah,
industry.
you could say
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And people start out with free models, and they work their way from there. Every developer probably in this building probably started there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I think what people are running into is they get up, they start competing with the big boys, at the top line, and they go on the forums and they're like, well, what's the best way to do this, or what's the best monetization strategy? And there's developers that come in and say, I'm not telling you my secrets. And I think that's good because it lets them learn like from their own experiences.
Do you feel though, because what you just described makes it sound like it's we were a gateway, but as games are more advanced and more top tier, we're becoming less of a gateway because it's more hostile in the difference between what you're able to make versus what what you're able to make as like a new player versus what you want to make.
Right. No, I feel like everybody wants to jump up and they want to be the next.
I want to make
Volt.
I want to
be
make
the next Volt. They want to be. They don't realize, especially younger players, they don't realize what kind of time and dedication and years of experience it takes to do something like that.
I just kind of so this is kind of interesting, but I was curious if I could read the tweets of the Rollervolt developer, which is kind of talking about the topic we're talking about now. If I
do it.
Okay, so I'm going to try to read this. It's a few tweets, but it's basically talking about exactly what we're talking about now. It says, okay, if it makes you feel better, Rollernauts doesn't look like Roblox because we barely even use its lighting features. It doesn't look much different from the original prototype besides the characters looking better. It's not a novelty, nor is it a matter of time or effort. It's just experience in adding the correct systems controls to your games. We never said, okay, we need to polish this feature. Rollernauts has the same level of polish as any published indie game.
So who is this saying?
This is Chelsea. She's the developer of Rollernauts.
Okay.
I'm just sick of seeing criticisms of gameplay as if we overlooked it in favor of other stuff. Unfortunately, the reality is harsh and the exact opposite of that. Prototyping new mechanics in Roblox is freaking hard with a game like ours. We spent months trying to add stuff. The process of prototyping, implementing, and gameplay testing new mechanics is just way too slow on the platform. Emphasis on prototyping and gameplay testing. Adding untested mechanics in an online game is basically a shot in the dark. It's probably easier just to build it in Unity first and find a few friends to test a local version.
That's...
Roblox networking API is an embarrassment.
Well, hold on. We're like just browsing through all these subjects. Let's stop and talk about a few of them.
That was it. So that was the rest. That was all of it.
So like, first of all, I'm actually really surprised that she said that because I've always looked at Roblox as being the top tier location to prototype any idea you have. There's no other place where you can dive in and just script stuff that already has a physics engine. So like you can prototype sumo style gameplay, which is what they are, right? And just do different gameplay styles really quickly in Roblox. I've developed way more in Roblox than I have in Unity. But I still would imagine that Roblox would be the more quicker, dirtiest way to make a prototype, and that's what you want for a prototype.
It's definitely hard to tell exactly what she meant by that in like a tweet too.
Yeah.
Like it definitely helped if she was here and like explained exactly what she meant by that. But like, yeah, I see that way. It seems like her like major issue is like the whole networking. It always has to be online like system, and I feel like that actually is
right. You have the advantage of Roblox doing the networking for you. You have the
but it's also
disadvantage
like a
that you're not doing the networking yourself.
Yeah.
You have to work around things. A lot of things end up being hacks to get what you want.
Yep.
Pretty much. And I think that was their major thing is like, it's that feature that's like, it's good, but it's bad. And the whole thing with Roblox is like, they want it to be always online. Like that's their goal or whatever, right? Like, or something like that. So I doubt we'd ever see something like an offline feature in the foreseeable future, like offline. Its own standalone thing. I don't see why not either. But I think it's more of just Roblox's vision is like
social platform. Yeah,
it's always online, always social. Like I don't know.
I think it might just be tied in our legacy in, the physics is distributed, so every user is doing a little bit of physics rendering and all that, or the simulation, that kind of stuff. Like a lot of it's just legacy, and there's nothing really stopping us from making solo games that you can push out.
You can make them solo, but you're still online, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's programmed in there, but like there's nothing stopping us from, changing.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminds me of SimCity.
Yeah.
When for the years and years they were an offline game, and then the new SimCity came out, and they tried to make it all online,
and just
It
issues
just did not work.
First of all, their servers were terrible, but then besides that, I heard that was one of the biggest failures I've heard about video game launches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you start switching gears like that on people, especially to a game as classic as SimCity.
Yep.
That I know that churned a few stomachs.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts, Josh?
Defaultio.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. So to clarify, her position is a counterpoint to the idea that Roblox is a great prototyping platform.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
So is like you were saying, it's hard to really tell how she feels through a few tweets.
Yeah.
Is she against Roblox now? Does she regret developing on it, or does she just have these problems with it?
Sounds like she's getting a lot of backlash for stuff that is more I don't want to say it, but more on Roblox's side of things, where she can't do anything to help it because on Unity it's all you, right? More on all you. I mean, you're still building an engine, but
no, and here you're able to on Roblox you're able to not have control over things and then have problems with those things.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it except hopefully get in contact with people
around
here.
It. Yeah.
Or hack around it, and
we have the developer forum, and we very much so read through and we try to address every problem that we see.
And I do want to bring up that Roblox is not a massive company that I feel like a lot of people think we are. We definitely read everything and see everything. It's just there's not enough people here to want to release every single thing that everyone sees once, Mm-hmm. And I think that's a big everyone's always oh, soon TM, it takes a lot of time, especially with we're growing, but right now
you have to
small.
measure the bang for the buck for every feature.
Yeah.
And so a lot of good features just aren't reaching that amount of effort for output, and so they don't get done, or they're not a big stepping stone, and we're going for the low hanging fruit and the stepping stones, those kind of things.
But I think going back to the original topic, I think that's her point. But again, these are just tweets we read, so if you're listening, by the way, I hope we didn't get your opinion wrong.
I think I'm missing all the context here. So she was responding to criticism of the game. Right?
I mean, from what it sounded like at the beginning, right? So she was talking about why she had the certain features she did and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it sounded some complaints about certain features and stuff like that, and why it's that.
Okay. I don't feel like I can really say much about it because I don't know what that complete context is, what people were saying about
That's
it,
true.
and what those features she's talking about are. So I don't know. But I'm sure she would have a lot to add to this conversation of what Roblox needs to elevate to a better game development platform.
Yeah, especially with the game they released, they probably
we're absolutely open to feedback here at Roblox. We want to hear all the pain points and see what we can do to address them.
Oh, I mean, she pretty much also said she replied to someone and said that she's more or less just fed up with Roblox as a development tool, is pretty much what that whole tweet was about.
Right, but we need to dive into that and be able
to
I mean,
that's still
it's still
talk
vague,
to her.
We need to talk to her.
That's still vague.
Let's have her on the show.
Yeah, right.
Maybe she would be a good guest.
Yeah. So
if we do that.
I feel as long as we're not all sitting here roasting her.
She's gonna be
no.
I know.
She's gonna be like, Blocktalk, what's that?
No, she knows of us. I know her, I've talked to her directly before, so
I'd definitely love to hear the perspective of someone who's put that much effort into. I know I haven't put that much effort into making a game that polished and that nice on this platform.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If anyone has something to say, it'd definitely be someone like her who put that much time and effort into something to make it look like a real
that's part of how
title.
To tie back in, that's part of how Roblox can grow to match the AAA standards and make better games is just listening to all variants of developers, from the bottom, someone who's beginning, to someone like, what's her name, Shelby? Chelsea. Okay, sorry.
She's really going to come on the show now.
I'm so sorry. No, but absolutely, like, we need to hear everyone's feedback from every single level and every single point of view. And, yeah.
And her points definitely make sense.
For sure.
So.
How long have we been going?
Way over, Josh. No.
Way over.
I think it's been like 40 minutes.
We could, we could go to the questions if we want to, if there are any.
That was the question, right?
Oh, I guess that was, we didn't really get any, I don't think we got any questions particularly from the Twitter sphere.
It's hard to filter through, yeah. Someone asked, why do you think it's a good thing or bad thing that the developer forum is so private? I think that's a good thing. That's something worth explaining.
I have differing opinions than most people, so I'm going to say mine.
How do you know? Maybe I have the same opinion.
Maybe you do. Go for it.
I'm sure. Okay. I think that the entire forum should be public, but who can post on it, I think it should be. Okay, but I think it's hard.
There's so much thought that needs to be going to it.
Like I don't like the idea that it's private. Like,
I don't either.
Like, I want it public, but then there's that scary thought that it could turn into something.
You need the calm environment for top developers to actually talk to each other in a forum discussion kind of section. But you definitely need people to. You need the people who are beginning to see this and see what's going on.
So that's why we kind of started doing that, where we have like a certain part now public to anyone that can see it.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like honestly, we should just make the whole thing public, except for Lounge, maybe, because this is a random chat, and like anyone can go in there and read whatever they want, but like only you still have to be invited to talk in it, so everyone can see oh, I had this issue too, or like, oh, I've been wanting this feature too. Let me see like what people are saying.
Mostly my opinion was that. I hadn't actually thought about that as a feature, but definitely that it's a gated community, and if we're trying to get everyone to grow and prosper, we need to also cater to the ones that are beginning. But again, like with a feature like that, there's a lot of thought that needs to go into that and make sure you're not like missing anything.
Yeah.
At the same time, you also want developers to be able to be comfortable to talk to each other.
True.
And be candid, and like there's often like kind of confidential stuff, like, hey, I'm working on this new project, this is what it's about, who wants to help me? And then
that's
you don't want
stuff
like you really want out there
a player to like be browsing through and be like, oh, they're releasing all these crazy updates, and, I don't know, and just feeding that out there.
Do you have an opinion, Max? Max is shaking his head over here.
I'm trying to think of something to say.
That's good.
I don't know. I think there's something charming about being in a forum that's a certain level of privilege.
It's true.
Yeah.
It definitely puts, for the people that know about the dev forum, it puts a level of prosperity that people want to like shoot for.
Yeah. It's a super sensitive topic, I feel like.
It is.
Like, it's not, I'm not happy with what it is right now. I don't like the fact that it is like this prestigious thing. Like, it's not like, oh, you're only a developer if you're in the dev forums type thing. Like, I feel like that is kind of there already. Like, people think you're not a developer unless you're in there. So you can't make a game. You're not on the dev forums, like, type thing.
Do you ever get this question, hey, Nexx, how do I become a developer?
Yeah. Or they'll be like, how do I get in the dev forum so I can be a developer? Like, I've gotten that kind of question before.
I hate the label that, like, oh, I am a developer. I'm in this class that you are not in. I can make games and you can't make games. Like, that's one thing that I really... last time we were talking about old Roblox versus new Roblox. That's one of the things that I really appreciated about old Roblox, is everyone is kind of on the same plane. Everyone can make things, and there's no you and me.
That spoke to my heart, Josh.
Yeah, and the weird thing is it's still like that. It's just that now people, because of the dev forum and like other things, it's starting to make
put
it
a
look
label
like
on
this.
it now.
So people really think like, oh, I'm not on the dev forum, like I'm doing something wrong. Like, I don't know.
Or maybe we could shift the conversation and say, hey, maybe I can strive. Like, I don't even know how people to get invited. Is it?
You basically like show off your stuff. There's like so many people that look through it and like check out all the games, and then they decide if you're good or not. There's also a nomination section where someone from the dev forum can also do that, fill that out for them pretty much. And I think you have a better chance with a nomination.
Didn't they lately start being a bit more liberal with how many people they let in? Like if you showed promise, then they would let you in, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I really don't know. I don't really pay attention to who gets in there and who's not in there. I mean, I check it every day, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
How they do the selection process. It seems like if they have something that looks cool, you're in. Like, and obviously you made it. Hopefully, hopefully they check to see that they actually made that and didn't use like free models. But
it's more than just one thing, I believe.
I'm
pretty sure it's like a check to make sure that you have a good history of development, actual development.
I wonder if they check moderation history too.
Probably a little bit,
maybe.
But I think it's more than just like making a showcase and being like, I made this showcase. It's more like here's like a portfolio bit of things I've been working on, things I'm planning to work on, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really laugh at the moderation history thing, but like
no, somebody reported me for something that I said back in 2009. And I got a reminder, and this is 2015, okay? And I'm like, oh
yeah, no, I mean,
Are you kidding me?
I used to like post like offsite links all the time. Well, it was more like, now that I think about it, I think they might also check like,
that's hilarious.
Like how you are. Are you like
your temperament?
Yeah, you're like. I think they
so.
Actually,
as long as you're not toxic.
I think they kind of check for the toxic stuff. I feel, or
we get rid of toxic.
Okay,
people,
yeah. Actually, after you get in, if you act toxic, then you get kicked out.
Yeah, if you're a toxic person, no one wants you in any community.
Yeah, like if you're toxic, that's a reason you're toxic. Britney Spears. But yeah, that's my opinion on the dev forums.
All right. Where are we at?
Yeah, we might need to end this.
You guys want to wrap it up?
Shut her down.
Shut her down. All right. No, we're good. We're gonna shut it down there. I think we're definitely gonna continue this conversation of how Roblox needs to improve. What about the community and also the features?
There's a lot of loose ends in this conversation.
Yeah. There's a lot to pick up on. We'll do that next time and beyond.
At RDC.
At RDC, very exciting. Coming up in
2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, it'll be ending. Woo!
Yeah.
So we'll definitely have one there. We might have one just before RDC. I would squeeze in all the juice we can while everyone's together.
Make a good developer smoothie.
Maybe squeeze out the juice. All right, whatever. Don't listen to me. All right, that's it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
That's all, folks.
We're out. It's a weird ending.